MSA Sports Center stage with the victorious head coach in this week's BSN Sports Matchup of the Week. For the coach's side, Matt Humbert of Belle Vernon, formerly of Ringgold, the head coach, but his team comes in to Ringgold on homecoming and picks up a 31-10 victory. First of all, congratulations, Coach. And let's talk about the game first before we get into the personal side maybe a little bit. What did your football team do right tonight?
Limited mistakes. They executed the game plan offensively. We tried to do a couple different things that we thought would help us, with our run game. We ran Michael a little more than we typically have in the past, and he's a kid that's very capable to do some damage when he touches that football. So I'm proud of the offense just for being able to execute and limit mistakes. Games like this, games in the past, anytime they're a crunch time situation, it's so cliche, but you have to win the turnover battle. You have to limit mistakes. Penalty wise, we were great tonight. I'm proud of the guys for that. And then defensively on their side of the ball, just very disciplined. The thing I love about our kids is they let us coach them, they let us coach them hard, and they were very disciplined this week. The coaches did a hell of a job with the game plan. My defensive guys, sank their teeth into a lot of hours and went over a lot of film, because that ain't an easy team to prepare for. Ringgold offensively, they give you a lot of stuff. It was kind of a nightmare getting ready for it. So can't say how proud I am. Gratifying win. And to be honest, I'm just so dang happy for the kids and the coaches as well.
Of course. You took advantage of the field position battle too.
Sure.
You had the bad punt by Ringgold at the beginning. You go on to score 17 unanswered points at the start.
Sure.
What was about the quick start?
Well, we were able to take advantage of some advantageous field positioning, and that's the thing that kind of goes back to the fundamental aspect of what you're trying to do from a game plan standpoint, and it's very basic. I mean, when you have decent field positioning, you need to do everything you can to capitalize on it. We were able to kind of shift our tempo a little bit. We went a little bit of high tempo, a little bit of low tempo, so we were able to work a couple of different wrinkles of our game plan, I thought, pretty well. And when we needed to score, there weren't too many third and outs where we were off the field. We were able to convert some fourth downs. We were able to convert some third downs. And again, like you said, we were able to take advantage of the field position.
Again, talking with victorious head coach Matt Humbert of Belle Vernon, 31-10 over Ringgold tonight. This is a big section win for you too. Early on, Thomas Jefferson and West Mifflin both won big tonight.
Sure.
Those guys are coming up later in week 7 and 8.
Yeah.
A big win early against Ringgold. How much does it mean for the section?
I think it's great. Like I said, coming into this, I think from either our or their perspective, it gave us or them a leg up on the conference title. But it's kind of bittersweet because it's a great victory. It's gratifying, but there's a lot of meat left on the bone for the season, and let's face it, I think everyone realizes the capabilities that Thomas Jefferson has this year. And West Mifflin, they were a young team last year, and they returned a lot of kids, so I'm expecting them to be very successful and a tough opponent as well. But I think sometimes in the coaching profession and athletics, we're always so attuned to the next game and the next day, and I'm going to enjoy this win tonight. I want the kids to enjoy this win tonight, and all we're worried about at this point in juncture is Greensburg State.
Well, let's talk a little personal then, because obviously the BSN Sports Coaches Matchup, the reason we talked before the game, you were previously the head coach at Ringgold. It was a really tough decision for you to leave.
Yep.
You come over here, you've had some success. What was the win coming back to get it against Ringgold on homecoming night?
Again, of course it feels good. Of course you're happy to do that, but this game isn't about me.
Yeah.
You can see it was a tough decision. Look at the quality of kids they have from a football standpoint, and it is what it is. And this rivalry, this game, it's never about me. It's about these kids, and it's great football. It's great for the Mon Valley. It's great that you have these type of games with as much at stake in this area. And that's the nice thing about, I think, the past 3 years is we've been able to battle, and we've always been contenders for that conference championship at the end of the year. And that's the neat thing for our conference and the neat thing for this area in general.
The two schools held a blood drive this week. I don't know how much you were part of that, but 111 units of blood. That's out of that rivalry too. That's got to be something cool.
Yeah, for sure. I know a lot of people are really, excited about the contributions that we made and the contributions they made as well. But like I said, it's just such a neat rivalry. It's a good rivalry, and I kind of maybe wish we would have played this a little later in the season.
Sure.
But nonetheless, I was very pleased with some of the young kids that I've had were able to step up and kind of bridge the gap with the older starters that I return. So that was very promising to see that some of our younger kids are fulfilling the roles that they need to be successful. So.
Matt Humbert happy with a good 31-10 win. We talked to him on the BSN Sports Coaches Matchup of the Week post-game interview. It's up on the YouTube page. It's up on the MSA Sports homepage. Belle Vernon next week will focus on Greensburg-Salem, but they'll enjoy this one for tonight. This has been another episode of the MSA Sports Center Stage.